Hello, fellow Wisconsin trout anglers. It's Tim Landwehr coming at you from Tight Lines Fly Fishing Company here in Deep Pier, Wisconsin. I just have a quick little public service announcement, an important thing that we're seeing each year. The DNR has an annual spring hearing and public input opportunity on different possibilities and regulation changes. And I see that April 10th at noon, at April 10th to April 13th at noon, it's open online. You can go to www.dnrwisconsin.gov, and you don't have to be in attendance, but you can have your voice heard by doing that. There are two questions that are coming up on this year's Conservation Congress in the open hearings. And the first one is, do you favor changing the statewide general open season for trout and salmon in inland streams, springs, and spring ponds to the first Saturday in April at 5 a.m. through October 15th? Now, what they're talking about is extending the season is great. I mean, that's been awesome. But what they are talking about in question number 2 is opening that up to full harvest. So instead of the first Saturday in May through September of full harvest, bait, artificials, everything else, they're talking about opening that up to a harvest time in April and extending it another 15 days into October, which does trickle into some of the spawn of the brown and the brook trout. I'm not a real big fan of this. Extending the season's a great idea on some of those northern streams in my eyes, but to actually change this to a full harvest during that time, they're very susceptible to overfishing in April. And again, we're trickling into the spawn into that October 15th date. So that's question number 2 on the Conservation Congress's information here, and I'm going to vote a no on that. Just kind of speak in my mind and kind of how I feel on that. The second one is question number 3. Do you favor having only one statewide county-based regulation of 5 trout in total with no minimum size limit? So we're talking about changing all of these regulations that have protected a lot of these streams for size, quantity, things like that in a lot of these streams, from a 3-fish to a 5-fish bag limit with 0 size regulations. And again, I'm not a real big fan on that. We fought awful hard to get some of these special regulations to keep these fish as big as they are, as many as they are. And, I know that there's a lot of trout in some of these streams, but to do this statewide doesn't seem like a great idea, even though they're just trying to simplify it. So I'm voting no on number 3 as well. So again, just a little public service announcement. This is open to all fishermen, hunters, everyone in the state. www.dnrwisconsin.gov. April 10th at noon, it opens up. You can voice your opinions on question number 2 and 3. I'm voting no as in my eyes on both of those. But again, get out there, vote, speak your voice for the trout, and let's keep trout fishing great here in the state of Wisconsin.